Hi, my name is Jim Sullivan, and I'm your instructor in Humanities 251. And I want to give you a quick tour of our course Blackboard homepage. And I'm hoping that tour introduces you to the logic of the class because I want you to understand how things are set up so you can do well in the class. Okay, so if we take a look here, we can see that I have provided you with contact information ranging from cell phone and email to online office hours. If you click on there, it'll take you to a portal where you can sign in to meet with me live online and chat. We can do video. We can talk over microphones. We get a lot done. We can call up your papers and documents and look at them. It's a tremendous tool. Also, I'm available on Wednesdays on campus if you want to meet with me then. But what I really want you to understand about me is that my schedule is very flexible and I'm willing to talk with you and meet with you almost anytime. So if you have a busy schedule, reach out to me. We can work something out and establish a connection early in the semester so we have a partnership so that you can achieve what you want to achieve in the course. All right, getting back to this layout, every day I share with you an artifact, and sometimes that artifact is a piece of architecture. The first one is Trinity Church in Boston. Sometimes it's a painting, sometimes it's a sculpture, a song, a poem. It can be anything that sort of reflects what's going on in American culture in the time period we're exploring. I also like to throw in a little piece of art just visually to make things interesting on the homepage. This is actually a piece of street art from San Diego, and it's a reminder of the role of the street art project in our course where you're going to go out and look at and study some of the street art on your own. The heart of the homepage, though, is the calendar and the key tools and resources sections. And the logic of the course is that you click on a day, a due date, and visit that date, and there you have a checklist of the things that you need to do for that day. I'm trying to line this up so that you can fully see it in the little box in the video. But for example, for Tuesday, January 26th, there's a checklist of things to do on your own, learning independently, which is the bulk of the time you'll spend. And then there's a checklist of things that we work on together. And I've got little icons that sort of capture that. I'm going to make this a little smaller, so hopefully it'll fit into the box a little more fully so you can see what the whole thing looks like. That looks a little better. Let's see. There we go. So you can see there are both elements, learning independently, learning together. They're checklists for you. And if you click on these things, they take you to the task you need to complete. So at first, this may seem different, but I have found, and students have given me strong positive reviews about this structure. They like it because they say I can click on a day and it tells me everything I need to do by 11:59 p.m. on that day. Now, please don't wait till that day to start doing the work. You want to start working ahead of time. You don't want to wait till the due date. There's a lot of work to do and you want to spread it out. But it's nice to have it all in one checklist format. So for example, I can click on this item number 3 under Learning Independently, and it takes us to a lecture that I've created introducing you to American Studies. And this lecture, like most of my lectures, mixes text and video. So I usually have video where I'm analyzing different artifacts mixed with text that sets up that analysis. All right, let's get back to the Tuesday block so we can see that again. I can click here and it'll take me to a quiz. In case of week 1, it's a syllabus quiz. Down here on Learning Together, I can click here and it'll take me to my Blackboard profile so I can add a picture or an image, a symbolic image for myself for class discussion so people don't have to look at a little blank box. And then most importantly, there's a link to our very first discussion in the class. And I'm going to click on that really quickly. And I'm not going to go into detail explaining it to you, but what I want you to realize is that these discussions are substantive assignments. It takes a while, an hour, sometimes more to do them. They have detailed instructions, as you can see here. And I also like to provide examples. So here's an example of what the first assignment should look like from you. And you can see that it involves introducing yourself, looking at artifact, in this case a YouTube video of an American song that you think is interesting, and then writing a paragraph analyzing that. But on different weeks, the tasks will be different. The point is that the structure here is you work from the checklist, click on and visit the different assignments. Now, getting back to the homepage, let me just show you one last thing, and then we can wrap up this video. I guess two last things. First of all, we have the key tools and resources box. So this will get bigger and bigger as the semester goes on. As different assignments come up, I'll add material here. But right now you can find things like library resources, how-to videos for things like setting up links, etc., a copy of the syllabus, links to the mandatory synchronous sessions, a cultural tensions list. There's all sorts of goodies, and this list will grow. And as assignments are added and resources are added, I add to this list. The other thing I want you to realize about the homepage is it also includes course announcements. So if you scroll down below the Everything Starts Here box, so this is kind of where you'd start. If you scroll down below, you'll find all the course announcements listed. And every time I send out an email, it gets cataloged and archived here. So by checking in here, you can also make sure you're not missing any emails and staying current in the course. I hope this model makes sense. If it doesn't, give me a call, text me, and I'll probably find some way to make it more confusing. No. I will help you work through it. We'll talk about it. I know anything different can be challenging in an online setting. You're used to one thing and suddenly you're seeing it in a new way. But I promise this approach works. And I know that because it's the students in the past who've encouraged me to use it and told me that it works for them. All right, I'll see you soon in Blackboard, and good luck with all the work in the class. And remember, I'm always available to support you, so please reach out to me and build that relationship. Thanks.